Welcome to the series on a real-world project with WordPress and BuddyPress. This is the second and the last of two videos where I explain the backend setup and the code behind of this middle column or the body of the custom members profile page and this menu system right here. So let's get started. Welcome back to the members profile page. In the last video we covered this part, which is the profile editor fields, and this time we're going to cover these middle sections. And just to notice here, like video is right there, and then bio, sports info, academics, Instagram, interviews, right? So these are all the middle sections, and to be clear here, this is once you click on edit here, these are the same sections here where the user gets to add or edit their information, and that's the front end. And in the back end, as we saw before, and back here under users and profile fields, this is where all the profile fields are created, and as you can see, all these sections are right here. This is where all the fields are coming from. Now let's go to the code behind, where we get to see how these parts are built. Once again, let's go all the way to the bottom of this page to find out what template we're looking at. Index type athlete. All right, we are back at the code, and once again, let's see where the location is. Index type athlete, and it is under single, and then member, BuddyPress, and the main theme file, right? Okay, so this is the part we covered last time, and now underneath that, once again, since all these sections have so much HTML stuff that I had to port them into separate files, separate template files, and call them in, and we can go template by template. For example, this video profile, this is under Moose template, which is right here, template parts, and we're looking for video right here, and we're collecting the ID and the video. I mean, all this code you see here is like initially we had a different design in mind, and that's why, you know, they were the client wanted to allow up to 5 videos, and later on they changed their mind. So these are remnant from that structure, but right now we're just collecting, you know, getting one video from that customer profile backend, and this is the field ID, and the user ID gets us the URL, and we take that, and here I am using a Bootstrap video embed section, and I'm calling it in, and this is where my, you know, this basically just the video ID, and the rest I'm just controlling with code, and that gives us this section right here. And next would be the bio block, right? So it's going to be pretty simple too. Basically it's the about section, and this is where I'm collecting the data, echoing the about information here, and getting the member's name using this BP core get display name, and providing it with an ID, and thus we are getting this name and text coming from the backend user field. And next would be sports stats, which is right here. As you can see, all these information, these are being collected from the backend, and these are common for every single user. So we are not bound by any kind of logic or sports type or anything. So every single athlete member would have all these, and we're collecting the data and then showing them up here inside HTML, making them look like this. Next would be academics right here. This is also all the necessary information being collected from the backend. and then showing up using the HTML, Bootstrap, and whole bunch of CSS styling. Now here's the interesting one, Instagram. This one gave us 4, so let me see, Instagram right here, we're collecting all 4 information and displays regular, but in this case also I had to use this responsive embed option from Bootstrap, and this data also was a little bit special. Let's go check in the backend. So this is the data item, and see, let's go in there. And the type was very special. See, embed URL, not regular picture, not regular video, none of that. So it had to be special embed URL to pull that off. And everything was fine before last 6 months, but for last 6 months, doing all that I'm doing here and pulling them in and echoing them was no longer working. So then I investigated and found out that Instagram changed their API, right? So I had to install this specific plugin for Instagram feed and go in there. See, this is the Instagram feed here, and register myself with my own account from the backend. Without doing that, none of those Instagram images right here would show up. And all this changed within just last 6 months. And then there's this interview section, which is nothing much. I'm not going to go over that, but that's pretty much it for this section. But let me quickly cover this fantastic little menu system that I have. And you all know the HTML, so I'm not going to go over that, but let me show you just the JavaScript part, which is responsible for this menu, at least the movements. For that, we have to go back to the index athlete page and go all the way to the bottom. Index type athlete, that's the main template page, and at the very bottom, this is the script that's giving me that menu movement. I'm using jQuery, and this is the part that I keep changing, because as I go along and keep adding this menu bar after menu bar, this distance kept changing, so I had to adjust that. And that concludes the member profile pages, body section, and the top menu. Next time I'll cover this widget. See you then. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please smash the like button and the subscribe button. This will help me bring more free contents like this to you every week. Thanks again.